Hello, subscribers! Welcome to part 10 in my ongoing review of In the Beginning. Episode 11 focuses on the Exodus, specifically with the birth of Moses and him being raised as an Egyptian. It starts out well enough, but I think his mother kept him too long. It says she kept him for like 3 weeks, I think it is, or maybe 3 months. I don't remember because I didn't take a clip of that, but I don't think you get that from the text. I think from the text it sounds more like she put him in the basket as soon as possible. But it's not too big of a deal, which is why I didn't even bother taking the clip, because it doesn't actually affect anything. All the story points that would have to do with his age are still there. So next we have the scene where Moses is floating down the river and found by the princess.
What is that? Someone, bring that basket to me.
Yes, your ladyship.
My, how cute!
And for an anime that doesn't seem to have that big of an issue with nudity, especially when you consider the first episode, it's a little surprising that they're all just swimming with their clothes on. And even though the princess was swimming too, her top is not see-through like her servants are. I don't know what the animators were trying to convey there. Are see-through tops supposed to be somehow a sign of servanthood or something? And this whole part sticks to the text very well, even to the point where Moses' sister asks the princess if she needs somebody to wean the child. So Moses is weaned by his own mother, just as it is in the text.
Give him all the milk he needs, for he's my precious little prince.
Yes, yes.
I like that they included that. I don't know how often other Exodus stories actually do include that. I don't think I've ever watched an Exodus story with this mindset of checking how biblical it is. But at this point, the anime veers off track and starts showing us the childhood of Moses, which is something we do not get in the Bible at all. And it ends up setting up a rivalry between Moses and Prince Ramses.
Prince Ramses.
What's the matter? You can do calculations, but you can't swim?
No. I just want to say that the way you trampled that camp was awful.
So what? They're only slaves.
Those traitors? Slaves? What do you mean by that?
I'm going in. Let's race. I'll show you once and for all which one of us is best.
Prince Ramses!
The whole point of this seems to be to develop Moses' character as someone who actually cares about the people. And at this point, he does not yet know that he is a Hebrew. Ramses later tells him out of spite, and Moses believes him for some reason. In the context that Moses is told, it's not very believable. Like, if your brother's angry at you and he tells you you're adopted, are you really just gonna believe him? Especially when you're not younger than 10? Now, the whole rivalry thing is fine. It's plausible enough. But they do something else that is clearly just foreshadowing and not plausible at all.
The preparations are complete, sir.
a golden calf was not an Egyptian god. All the Egyptian gods had more human-like features with the head of an animal, at least as far as I know. This is just obvious foreshadowing for when Israel later makes a golden calf at Mount Sinai, and it really doesn't make any sense. One final thing to talk about in this episode is the fox again. As usual, he's just a waste of time, but he actually serves more of a purpose in this one, even if he does waste time. In this episode, he actually symbolizes Moses and his whole identity crisis.
You call yourself a fox?
But I'm Loco.
No, not your name, dummy. I'm asking you if you're a fox. And what are all those fancy duds? Look at the world out there. The mountains, the fields, the desert. That's our home. Quit those guys and come back to nature. Well, I think you'll join us soon enough. I'll be waiting for you. Loco? Loco! Loco, why did you run away? Do you hate me that much? So, you have a friend. You've gone back to the wild. I understand. You're probably happier that way. No matter how hard it is, you chose the wild. Well, I guess this is goodbye, Loco. Ha! I'm a Hebrew. Should I return to my own people?
Now, I don't like the fox, but at least they made good use out of him this time, even if it is obviously not biblical. And it's looking like the whole Exodus may take at least 3 episodes. So tune in next time to see Moses' banishment. See you then.